Okay, we're going to go back to Exodus, and we're going to go to Exodus 12 and 11. Because we see that he said, get the lamb without blemish and without spots and put it on a doorpost, and he'll pass over you. Okay? And then we discover that we in the spirit, that we're going to get Yahweh is the lamb now without blemish and without spots. We are the doorpost, and we asking him to cover us in his blood. So when he come, he'll pass over us. And let's see how he told them to eat the lamb. Exodus 12 and 11. And thus shall you eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it in a haste. It is the most high Passover. This is Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Most High. This is judgment. So he gonna execute them. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where you are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be upon you for a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast unto the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. So yes, we're going to rehearse the righteous acts. But we still waiting. We back at this again. Thanks to the high priest, the chief priest, Judas, all the 2/3. Here we is back at it again. Waiting on him to come and get us with a stretched out arm like he did in the beginning. So therefore, we got to stay in the spirit. And let's go to Ephesians chapter 6. And we're going to read chapter 6, verse 11. We'll start right there. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. This is what we wrestling with. Just because somebody look like you in the flesh, got on the same color gear, they still, you don't know if they Pharisees, Sadducees, and then they got some writers with them, some scribes, the same ones that were arguing with Yahweh, the lamb that was without blemish and without spots, that was arguing with him. They did what they did to him. The night of Passover, after the dinner, and after he washed Judas' raggedy feet, Judas went out there and kissed him on the cheek, turned him in to the high priest. That's where he went first. He went to the Jews' house first, to their quarters first. And they did what they did. Then sent him to the Romans. And then the Romans did what they did, took off Yahweh clothes. And I'm pretty sure his clothes had fringes on them. And then they put on their robe, the Romans' robe, on Yahweh. So Yahweh was going through what he was going through with no fringes on. His fringes was in his heart. That's why you got to stay in the spirit. Just because somebody dressed up like a Jew on the outside, you want to make sure you asking and praying for discernment so you can see how they is in the inside. Because that's what matters. What spirit they in. That's what you want to know. What spirit they in. Because you could be standing up there and breaking bread with a Judas, with a Pharisee, with a Sadducee, with a scribe that were arguing with Yahweh. That's what we wrestling with. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. That's the only way you're going to be able to do all that you can do to stand, is putting on this body armor. The same way he told them to eat the Passover, that lamb with the staff in their hand, the shoes on their feet. The same thing we're doing in the spirit. Stand, therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the blessed breastplate of righteousness, and having your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. So that was, we got to stay in the spirit. Yeah. I'm going to rehearse the righteous acts to the best of my ability. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to also stay in the spirit. And I'm asking the Most High to keep me strong in his spirit so I can stand and do all I can do to stand. Because I know that we are in perils by our own people. The ones that saying, I'm Israel. Everybody that scream, I'm Israel. They're not Israel. The Romans We in trouble by all Gentiles. Now we trying down by all of them now. Yeah, thanks, high priest, chief priest, Judas, Pharisees, Sadducees, and scribes. We back at it again. So I don't know what nobody's celebrating for. What you celebrating for? What are you celebrating? So therefore, yeah, we got to stay in the spirit. We in our watch. No, we waiting on this glorious day. You might well not even close your eyes to sleep. Because you close your eyes to sleep, you might be in trouble. So therefore, we got to keep on observing it in the spirit. Okay, let's keep reading.